Stephenson. I'm the head of Archaeological Collections and Archive. It covers loads of things. All of the archaeology from the London area is deposited at the Museum of London, so in terms of chronology it's from prehistory to the 20th century. Each archaeological excavation is an individual intervention, but when you bring it all together in one place you can start to look at it in a more broad themed way. You can look at landscapes, you can look at chronologies, you can look at themes across the city. If you're building a building in the London area and you want to discharge your planning constraints, you have to commission archaeology, and all of that archaeology, be it artefacts, records, photographs, is deposited at the Museum of London. The cataloguing is done by a variety of finding aids. So there are databases, there are spreadsheets, there's card indexes. Potential is huge, so we can study material culture, we can study what people have used in their homes in the past, we can study trade, we can study industry, we can think about connections to London to overseas, how people have migrated to London, what things they brought with them. You can look at any aspect of really mundane life in the past. If you look at London as being as it has through history been a centre of a much bigger network, whether it's the Roman Empire or whether it's the British Empire later on, we're connected to other parts of the world, and we have material that archaeologists and historians in what we call the New World or Australia are interested in. Things have been coming out of the ground for getting on for 200 years and coming into the Museum of London. So there is an interesting thing that can be done with the material that's been generated by antiquarian curators and comparing and contrasting with the archaeological material. Most of the research at the moment is a postgraduate level. I think that there are great opportunities here for undergraduates. A conversation with an archaeology curator allows undergraduates to be able to focus in onto a specific topic. Archaeological material isn't confined to higher education. Its nature is local, it's come from a place. So if, for instance, you live in Barnet and you want to know more about the things that have been excavated in Barnet, this is the place you would come to find out a little bit extra about where you live. There is material from the Lark that's on display at the gallery, but as you can see, it's stored in a very pragmatic, straightforward fashion. So 99.9% of the material in the Lark is stored in the fashion that we see around us at the moment. The museum's holdings of human remains from excavations, which ultimately is part of the Lark collections, amounts to some 17,000 skeletons or bits of skeletons, and quite a lot of this is online, so we're already pushing the boundary in terms of remote research, so people can download groups of material about human remains from our website. Go and have a look at the website. The contact details are on the Lark bit of the research and collections bit of the website, and drop us an email. We have an email address that is monitored every day by a member of staff, so the dialogue can start quite quickly.